All right, welcome to Palaview Market Research's first research project in Maker. Okay, so first things first, if you have not read over the thesis, please read that over, because our whole goal as a business is to teach you guys how to properly understand and research cryptocurrency projects. Okay, and we'll also delve into some stocks, but the majority of our stuff will be in crypto for now. All right, so what the thesis does is pretty much gives you guys an outline of what you guys should be looking for in pretty much every single crypto that you want to look to invest in, want to look to research, and I think it'll be very beneficial for you to be able to, one, just see the information that we're putting out, and then also make a sound decision whether or not you think that, hey, this project, this coin, this token is valid enough, is worthy of an investment for me. And then from there, this is when this video will be beneficial to you, because I go over the technical analysis, the chart work of each one of these projects that we research. And I pretty much give you some solid price points for scalable entries and then also exits. So if you haven't read over the thesis and you are thinking that this is just going to be buy this and get rich, that is the opposite. Okay, we are just purely providing you with the research to, one, hopefully teach you guys how to correctly research crypto projects, and then along with that, how to look into a chart to do so. So with that being said, I'll jump into the chart work on this. So I may use some big words that you guys are not used to, and that's completely okay, as long as you guys are slowly starting to understand it. And as we start putting out more of these projects, hopefully you guys will start to broaden your mind in terms of the technical analysis space, whereas the fundamental analysis is pretty straightforward in terms of just reading the theses that we put out. So with that being said, we are going to start off on the monthly time frame for pretty much every single one of our research projects, because the monthly gives us a pretty accurate scope of long-term price action. Okay, it gives us a high time frame of where we think price is going to go in the long term. Okay, and why do we stay on the monthly time frame? Because if we were to scale down any lower, most of these time frames are just showing small day-to-day, intraday price action. And if you do think, after going over our research that we've given you, that this is a good investment, then you are going to assume that this token, this coin, this project will perform over the course of a certain amount of time. So with that in your head, you are probably assuming that this is an asset, this is an investment. And if we're thinking from an investment point of view, we are assuming that we are going to be holding this not for just a couple days, but for a couple months, maybe even a year, maybe even 2 years. Okay, and we'll go over exit strategies later on. All right, so with that being said, we'll jump right into the monthly time frame and start working on this chart. So to start off, we have a high resting above here. We see a market structure shift by a closure from this most recent month closing above this high. Okay, and if we scale down into a weekly time frame, we can see that, boom, immediately correlated through the weekly candlesticks. Let's go back to the monthly for a second. As we can see, boom, closure above here. Previously, we had been in a downtrend, right? Lower lows getting formed with lower highs getting formed as this market's trending down. But as we can see here, this high gets pushed past, along with this high getting pushed past, not closed above yet, but we do see this high getting closed above, showing a shift in market structure from a downtrend into an uptrend. And before this gets you really excited, please keep in mind that this does not always mean that, hey, price is going to keep going higher and higher. It's just going, that's just purely what the technical analysis is saying. And as we know, some cryptos can pump and dump, and we kind of discussed that in the risks portion of the thesis if you haven't seen that already. So moving forward, we do see a closure above this high, indicating a market structure shift. All right, from there, we see that some liquidity was taken out at these highs, right? And I'll go into how we'd like to exit later on, but the majority of our exits are going to be at highs within the market. Why? Because there's liquidity resting above these highs. The people that were shorting this sell-off right here, they have stop orders above here. So when these price points get hit, okay, they're going to get stopped out of their position, providing exit liquidity for long-term holders within here to exit some of their positions up here without causing a large drastic move in price. Okay, moving forward, we see price come down a bit. That is never an issue for us, right? Assuming that we think that this is an asset, this is an investment, we honestly like seeing price draw down a little bit. Okay, from there, what are we looking for? Now we're essentially looking for entry points. We've deemed that, hey, we think that this is a solid asset based on your own research, based on the data that we provided you. Okay, where are some solid price ranges for us to look to start dollar cost averaging, or just to boom, place our whole investment in? All right, and that's what I am here to do. All right, so to start off, we have an imbalance on the weekly time frame. Okay, so we have an imbalance on the weekly time frame right within here. As we can see, price did dip into that once. Okay, but based on how price looks like right now, if we scale down into the daily time frame, we do see, hey, that wasn't necessarily the imbalance. This price range was from 800 down to 725. Okay, so this is a very solid area where you could potentially dollar cost average into this project. Okay, moving forward, we also have the price range from 700 down to 510. Okay, and why is this a solid area as well? Okay, well, this is where we see the majority of orders get filled right down with this move down, and then we see those orders get filled, boom, by that market structure shift to the upside, seen on the monthly time frame and seen on the weekly time frame, closing above this high, showing market structure shifts within the market. Okay, and those are some great areas where, hey, if buy orders were able to get filled within these areas last time, if there's a lack of liquidity, a liquidity void for short orders within this price range, then that is probably a solid area to go long, along with this price range where lots of buy orders were able to get filled off this move down, causing that big rally up. Odds are, if price comes down back into this price range, this will be a solid area to start investing or start dollar cost averaging, again, if you think that this is a project worth doing so. Now, from there, we've given you guys some solid price points, and now I want to talk about exit strategy. So with crypto, I like to think of cryptos as the ability or the potential to give a 10-year stock-like return over the course of 1.5 years or 1 year. And what most people treat crypto as is essentially a higher probability casino. And that is not how we like to treat this, okay? If we are treating this and if we are putting money into this as an investment, we are going to treat it like an investment. Okay, so with that being said, where do we like to exit? So for me, for crypto, let's say we enter somewhere around here. All right, we dollar cost average, we get an average up price of right around there. I'm always looking to exit 50% of my position when I get a 2x on my investment. So if we put in $10,000 right in here and then we get up to a 2x, which would be 100% gain. All right, then I would have $20,000 running, right? I would cut $10,000, which is essentially my buy-in right there. Okay, and now we are only playing with the profits that we have made from the market. And that makes life so much easier, makes you so much less anxious, just so much more willing to be able to let these runners run all the way up until these highs within here. And we'll talk about why we'd like to exit at highs later. We kind of talked about it a little bit over here. But it gives you the ability to let these crypto profits run all the way up until here without the stress of thinking, oh, am I going to lose $10,000? Well, no, because you already made back that $10,000 that you put in the first place. So now you're risk free, you're risk off for this. So that's how I like to exit on my first exit. Okay. moving forward to the second exit, okay, or all the other following exits, I like to do it based off of monthly highs and lows within the market. Okay, so if we look here, we see a monthly high right here. I marked out this weekly high as well. We can honestly take this off for now, but I marked out this monthly high here. Okay, why do we mark out monthly highs? Okay, as exit points as part of our exit strategy. Well, similar to how we talked about, oh yeah, these highs, people who were short selling, they had stop orders resting above these highs. It's the same exact thing with these highs. People who were short selling all the way through here, they have stop orders, boom, above these highs. And then also, if we think about how stocks move within higher highs and higher lows, as we see highs get taken out, we are going to see more people entering into the market. So for the long-term holders, for the people who have been holding all the way down here, who hold majority share of these coins, as they see these highs get taken out, they know that there's going to be liquidity within the market. So what does that give them the opportunity to do? Scale out of their position, okay, without drastically affecting price. Okay, and why does it not drastically affect price? Because of those stop orders and because of those people going long, they are able to exit their positions because they have exit liquidity from those people going long and also those people exiting their short positions right here. Does that make sense? Okay, and then moving forward, it's these very, very similar as more highs come along, right? So we exit 50% of our position when we reach that 50%, or sorry, that 100% gain mark. Okay, so if we do get that average out spot, boom, right around here, we would cut 50% of our open position off. Once we get up here, we cut another 50% of the open position, not your original starting position, just the open position. So let's say we put, let's say we buy 100 tokens of Maker, okay, and we get here, we would we would sell 50 of them, okay, and then when we get up here, we only have 50 remaining, so we would sell 25 of them. And then when we get up here and we only have, 25 remaining, we sell 12.5, okay? And then when we get up here, we just keep cutting it 50%, 50%. And then you're probably asking, hey, what happens when we get to all-time highs? Do we close out all the way? No, okay? So it's a similar exit strategy with our entry strategy on the monthly time frame. However, this time it's on the weekly. And don't worry, I'll keep you guys updated as these price points get hit because this is just so far in the future. All right, so let's say price, boom, gets all the way up until all-time highs. Then we're scaling down to the weekly time frame, and we're waiting to see a break of market structure to the downside, which is going to be a closure below a low. Okay, and if you're thinking, hey, what happens if I get FOMO and price breaks weekly structure but then keeps moving higher, don't be upset. Why? Because we are treating this as an investment. And guess what? You've already made so much money throughout, boom, exiting here, 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 and all the way up here that there's no reason for you to get upset about potential gains lost or missed out on, okay? We are treating this as an investment. Profit made from the market means that you did better than 99% of the people who are trying to outwit and outsmart and outmaneuver this market day in and day out. Okay, that is our goal, is to teach you guys how to exit properly from crypto, because we've seen too many people make a bunch of money in crypto and then lose it all over the course of the next couple months, okay? And we do not want you guys to fall into that crowd, all right? So with that being said, that pretty much wraps up our first research project in Maker. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Expect more to come from Palaview. Okay, this is just the start. This is just the beginning. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed the thesis statement that our team put together, and then hopefully you guys enjoyed this technical analysis report that I put together. And hopefully from here you guys learned some more about technical analysis within crypto, and then also learned about what you should be looking for in a good crypto project and how you should start researching crypto on your own. So with that being said, I will see you guys with the next project that we put out. Thank you for watching.